We are not alone. Humanity has known this truth for a long time, but sadly, there's been little to no evidence to back this up. From video clips and reports from individuals to leaked images from NASA, nearly every piece of evidence to prove alien existence has been waved aside. But now, the US Congress is finally revealing intricate details about various eyewitness encounters with alien civilizations in the United States. Why is the Congress doing this now, and who are the eyewitnesses to testify? Will this solve the mystery of aliens living among us? Join us in this video as we explore why the US Congress finally showed recovered non-human aliens from crash sites. Long ago, way before our time, people believed in aliens and intelligent beings from outer space. This fascination didn't just start now or with the United States Congress. Throughout history, ancient scrolls, myths, and legends hinted at the idea that humans might have encountered aliens many times. Some mysterious structures like Stonehenge and the pyramids have sparked debates. People wonder if these were built by beings from beyond our world. There are also more direct hints of alien sites, like a painting from the 15th century called the Madonna with St. Giovannino. In this painting, there's a UFO-like object in the sky behind the Virgin Mary, and a man and his dogs below seem to be staring at it. The fact that this dates back to the 15th century makes you think, have aliens been living among us for a long time? But it's not just this painting. Other artworks and scrolls in India tell similar stories. Archaeologists have found strange artifacts that don't fit their supposed age, like a 500-year-old AK-47 buried 200 feet underground. That's odd because the AK-47 was invented in 1947. In 1991, in Russia, coil-shaped artifacts were found near a river. They looked advanced, like something we can make today, but they were 20,000 to 300,000 years old. Some even resembled nanotechnology. These findings make us wonder, did an advanced civilization, maybe from another world, create these things? And it's not just in the past. There are recent sightings of UFOs, especially in America. In Las Vegas, police got a 911 call about green aliens in a neighborhood. An officer even saw something like a shooting star landing, and locals claimed they saw tall green creatures. All these stories and evidence make us think, are we really alone? Or have aliens been part of our history and even our present? For many years, people in the United States have come across strange things in the sky known as UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena. From places like New Mexico to Florida, locals have claimed to see what they think are aliens. The government often doesn't talk much about these events, and any evidence or videos are usually kept secret. Even though there is proof, the government keeps the information hidden. A poll showed that many Americans, about 68%, believe the government is keeping information about UAPs from them. Another poll found that people are not happy with how the government deals with UFO sightings. Sometimes, even when credible people like doctors, scientists, and civil servants report seeing UFOs, the government doesn't say anything. Congressman Tim Burchett mentioned that they faced many problems trying to find out the truth about UFOs. He also said that it's been a problem in the United States for a long time, and even some congressmen, including himself, have seen aliens and UFOs. Pilots are one group of people who often see UAPs. For many years, pilots have reported seeing strange things in the sky, but they don't always tell the public because they're afraid of losing their jobs. One pilot, Gordon Cooper, saw a whole group of UFOs in 1951 while flying over Europe. He reported it, but nothing was done. He had another encounter in 1963, where a green glowing object flew towards him. Even famous astronauts like Neil Armstrong reportedly saw aliens during their missions, but these reports often get discredited or kept secret. In 2023, the US Congress decided to have a public hearing about UAPs. They want to give pilots a chance to talk about the strange things they've seen. This move is not supported by the US government, and some officials, like John Ratcliffe, have admitted that the government knows more about aliens and UFOs than they share with the public. He said, There are a lot more sightings that have not been made public, and so people have been left in the dark for far too long. This is the issue the Congress aimed to address, to bring to light all the hidden facts about aliens so far and to call in eyewitnesses to back these claims. Before the witnesses spoke at the hearing, they were asked to swear. The first witness was Lieutenant Ryan Graves, a former U.S. Navy F-18 pilot and current executive director of Americans for Safe Aerospace. He said he wasn't just speaking for himself, but for more than 30 commercial air personnel and military veterans who shared their unique encounters with him. He explained that sightings are not rare anymore. Military aircrew and even commercial pilots encounter them frequently. It concerns him because these men risk their lives when they encounter these UAPs. The government discrediting these reports also worries him, and he mentioned the excessive classification of information crucial to enlightening the public about aliens and strange aerial phenomena. Graves shared his experience from 2014 when he was an F-18 pilot. He detected strange objects on the radar, a UAP that looked like a dark grey cube inside a clear sphere, about 5 to 15 feet in diameter. It came very close to the aircraft, about 50 feet. Despite the commander calling the squadron to return to base, there was no mention of the incident, and reporting such sightings was not allowed. This prompted Graves to form Americans for Safe Aerospace, a safe place for UAP eyewitnesses to share their encounters. The second witness was David Grush, a former senior intelligence officer. He admitted being a part of the UAP task force and an active whistleblower. Grush received reports from federal intelligence members about the government operating in secrecy regarding UAPs. He revealed information about a UAP reverse engineering program going on for decades, where the government was trying to reverse engineer alien technology. Grush, not given access to these files, faced retaliation, but hopes his actions will lead to better transparency. David Fravor, a retired Navy commander, had a strange encounter with something he calls Tic Tac, a UFO, back in 2004. At that time, he was in charge of the Navy Strike Fighter Squadron 41. One day, during air training preparations, he and his wingman were told to stop training and investigate an unidentified object in the sky. The controller didn't know what it was, and neither did Fravor. They were just told that this weird thing had been showing up on radars for over 2 weeks, moving from 20,000 feet to over 80,000 feet in the air. They reached the location and saw a small white tic-tac object moving strangely over the water. It didn't have any visible means of propulsion, like rotors or control surfaces. Fravor decided to get a closer look, and as they approached, the object turned toward them. When they were within half a mile, the object accelerated and disappeared. The strange white water also vanished. Another pilot, 8,000 feet above them, lost contact with the objects. Surprisingly, the controller then said the object was spotted 60 miles away, just a minute after disappearing. Fravor and his team were left with 2 possibilities. The object was incredibly fast, or it simply vanished. Sadly, the incident was never properly investigated, and it wasn't until 2009 that some attention was given to it. Even then, the documents remained classified. Fravor and 2 others later spoke to Congress, careful with their words not to upset any agencies. They admitted that the government knows more than they're telling the public, so the mystery of Tic Tac remains unsolved, leaving Fravor and others wondering about the strange encounter with an unidentified object that seemed to defy the laws of physics. You might be interested to know that when we talk about government agencies, we're not just referring to well-known ones like the CIA and FBI. There are secret service organizations too, and they have been accused of hiding information about aliens. Even space agencies like NASA have faced similar accusations. Some pictures that were supposedly leaked from NASA show aliens, and the organization has had quite a few run-ins with extraterrestrial beings. In 2016, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft, on a mission to Pluto, spotted something strange. They called it Aeron, after the Celtic god of death, because it didn't act like the other objects around Pluto. Most things there were rocks and ice, but Aaron spun fast and seemed to be made of something stronger than rock. Scientists had a feeling it was creating its own gravity, which is unusual. When they sent the spacecraft closer to investigate, things got weird. The sensors and controls went haywire, like something or someone didn't want them checking out Aaron. Strangely, when they moved the spacecraft away, everything started working again, almost like magic. Many think Aaron belonged to a smart alien civilization with super advanced tech. Why was it in our solar system? Was it keeping tabs on us? Some people say aliens have been visiting Earth for a long time, and sometimes they crash. A guy named Mr. Grush even said the government picked up alien bodies from a crash site. But these beings didn't make it. In January 2023, a Pentagon whistleblower spilled the beans that the government was secretly grabbing alien spacecraft and keeping it under wraps. No physical proof, but this story matches up with what Mr. Grush said. Some leaked alien stuff comes from NASA, but they're not likely to spill the beans in Congress. Luckily, a few brave witnesses are ready to share their alien stories, even with the risks. The US Congress is gearing up for more hearings to dig into the truths about aliens and unidentified flying things. It's like a big investigation is unfolding, and the world is waiting for the scoop. Unfortunately, finding trustworthy people who are brave enough to speak out about seeing aliens can be tough. Many are afraid of the dangers that come with being a whistleblower. One person who spoke up mentioned facing threats not only to himself, but also to his family. Despite the risks, he's willing to share the information because he believes in the importance of transparency. The problem is that if witnesses are too scared to come forward, we might miss out on crucial information. Most people who have shared their experiences with aliens choose to remain anonymous, keeping their identities hidden. However, the US government often dismisses these accounts as mere stories or conspiracies. To address this, the US Congress is taking the matter seriously. They are calling on credible individuals with good reputations to testify, ensuring their voices are heard and respected. The recent hearings with these three men are just the beginning. There are likely more people across America who have encountered aliens and unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. If these efforts continue, we may finally unravel the mystery of UAPs and aliens. So, the recent actions by the US Congress mark a significant step towards uncovering the truth about UFOs. The testimonies and evidence presented shed light on a long-hidden mystery. As we eagerly await further hearings, don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this fascinating topic. Don't forget to click on the video on your screen for more mind-blowing content like this, and subscribe to our channel for future updates.